Hello and welcome to another Cuppa with Kaci. And I apologise, it has been a bit of a minute since I've been here. I had some things happen in my life which I'll get into later, but for now let's just focus on what we're doing today. I want to draw on the front cover of my new art book. And I'm thinking I might use paint, like doing paint, not pens paint this time. I don't know how it's going to work on this paper. I was even contemplating maybe like a, let's do it on the inside back cover. Like some Copic markers. Ooh, there were. Maybe we'll do Copics. But I kind of want to paint, so I think I'm going to paint. But I can always do Copics later, maybe on the inside cover or something. I can do something fun in there. But yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so I don't think I've actually shown this properly in a video before. This is my new sketchbook. I have done the first page. I was silly and forgot to record it. This is the first page. It is me, as I always draw for my first page, welcoming you to my sketchbook. And I started this in July, the 1st of July, so it's been a minute since I've had this book, but I haven't done a whole lot in it. So we'll get right into it, sketching some ideas. I think I want to do, I wanted to do Sachiko, My Hero Academia OC. But I'm also feeling like doing something really pretty. And Sachiko, as much as I love her as a character, she's not exactly like a girly girl kind of character. So I wouldn't say I would necessarily draw her in an image that is pretty. It's more like fight scenes and blood and bruises. And the occasional sappy image of her with Aizawa, because I love him. Okay, so 1 second, my slipper just fell off. Okay, so I'm going to use my pink pencil. This is a Prismacolor Color Ace pencil. For those of you who don't know, a lot of us YouTubers use them because they're amazing. I actually found these through my fiance, who is a tattoo artist, and he used to, when he was drawing all his art traditionally, now he does it all on an iPad, but that's neither here nor there. He was using Prismacolor Color Ace pencils to do all his sketches in, and when I first met him, I nicked one, and I fell in love, and now I always use them. And I can't use normal lead pencils anymore because it just feels weird. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're just going to draw out a square, because the front of my sketchbook is a square. And what I want to do is put like a border on it. So I want to, in theory, do a full illustration with like background elements so that you can see this square. And maybe I'll do like some clouds and like a sunset scene or something, because I enjoy painting those. And then have a pretty character there. Maybe I could do Sachiko like staring off into the distance. So I'll do like a profile view Sachiko. And the idea of doing it this small in like a thumbnail format is that I don't put a whole lot of time and effort into something I then don't end up using. Especially for something like this, like hair, eyes. So I can sort of brainstorm ideas without putting too much time into one and feeling like I have to go with that because I spent so much time on it, So that is possibility number one. Sachiko staring off into the distance with the sunset. Then I could do something a bit more portrait style. I could still have like the cloud background. I think I want that. I think that's something I do want, like a soft gradient, pastels with that, and then just a face on portrait style. The only problem with this is with my front page, that is a face-on portrait style image. And then even then I've got the scroller box I did for whichever month that was, which is again another portrait style, and then okay, there's actual sketches. So it's like it would be portrait in the front, portrait in the front, portrait in the front, and it would be a lot of portraits. So I'm thinking no to this, but I'm going to sketch it out anyway, because that's what this part of the sketching process is about. It's about brainstorming, and I might find an idea whilst doing this sketch that I want to incorporate into something else. I'm going to stick with Sachiko because I'm in the mood to draw her right now. I might change it up to a different character or just change some features so it's not Sachiko later if I don't think the feel fits her, but I want to draw Sachiko right now. So, and she's got heart-shaped pupils and a little circle. I say little and I do it. Circular eyebrows, cute little button nose, and I'm going to draw a sort of impassive. And then I think maybe like floating tears coming off or something. I feel like I've seen something like this recently. Maybe I'm accidentally copying someone else's art. Okay, so floaty tears, sunset background. Then what other ideas we got? We could... Do I really want crying Sachiko on the front of my sketchbook? That is the question. Sorry, I got distracted by my fish.
Okay, so I thought I would just skip to time-lapse mode now. This footage is old. It's from last year sometime. I'm probably going to say August. August sounds about right. Yeah, a lot of my drawing was from last year. I haven't done any new stuff this year yet. Oh, okay, that's a lie. I've done a few bits and bobs, but that's neither here nor there. The thing is that we're going to be talking about is the art in this video, and this video is me doing the front cover of my new sketchbook. I settled on wanting to draw Sachiko, so that's what I did. I went with this third and final sketch, as you may have seen just there, sort of a 3/4 style, because, you know, to be fair, most of my drawings of girls are 3/4 view of their face. Oops, this isn't any different. I decided to draw her in an outfit that she wears in the fan fiction that I've written. For any of you who don't know, Sachiko is My Hero Academia original character. She is in the hero course, and her teacher is Aizawa, but her story is based before the before canon, so there's no like Midoriya or Bakugo or anything. It's just her and a bunch of OCs I made up to make a classroom because I wanted to, and I love Aizawa, so I did it. That's that, yes. So I used my Prismacolor to sketch out the image I decided to go with, which I can't actually look at the thumbnail that I drew because it's in the inside of this book. So I just used my memory to draw the 3/4 view of her face, and I know Sachiko back to front and inside out because she's my character, so I didn't have to worry about looking up reference for her design or anything. I am having some peeks just to try and remember how I wanted to pose it. I ended up putting her arm up and her hand up, and I think I did it on purpose to not be exactly the same as my last art book, but I'm having a feeling that it's very similar to my last sketchbook. I'm just picking it up there to make sure that it's not like elongated, because obviously I'm looking at it from a bit of an angle. But yeah, this video is a little bit on the longer side, so if I start rambling, I do apologise. I'm just trying to keep you entertained while you watch me draw. Not that you can see a whole lot of it right now because, you know, I'm drawing with pale pink on a grey coloured, toned, papery surface. So there's not a whole lot showing up. But, you know, it's my knife time, sniffles are back. It's hay fever. I developed hay fever last year. I've never had hay fever before, but the day before my wedding, it decided to just rear its ugly head. So I was doped up on antihistamines for my wedding day. Just a fun fact for you, if it ever comes up, I'm ever on a question on some quiz show, you'll know that's the answer. I was doped up on my wedding day because I developed hay fever. Yeah, that's all just a roundabout May of me saying I don't have the COVIDs. I'm just sniffly because it's summer here, and there's a lot of pollen and dust and stuff. And it's very, very hot. It sucks. I hate it. Please send me back to England where it is winter, because this heat is terrible. Okay, enough rambling. This is me getting my my gouache. Okay, so that the footage just skipped a little bit. Weird. Oh well. I did a soft gradient on the background. I'm not sure if I just forgot to hit record or if I've put these on in the wrong order. But yeah, I did a soft gradient background, kind of looked like a sunset a little bit with some clouds. And I'm using gouache just because it was the easiest one I had to just pull out some paint and already have the colours there. I didn't have to squeeze colours into a palette. I just had them. And I didn't want to use watercolour on the front of this sketchbook because it's not the right kind of paper and it would just look terrible. So I'm using gouache, which didn't actually turn out too bad. I'm not great with gouache. I know it's supposed to be like the love child of acrylic and watercolour, but I find that I use too much water with it because I'm thinking of watercolour and then it's just terrible and I can't blend it nearly as nicely. But yeah, I'm practicing. It's not as bad as it could be, okay? I had fun with this piece. Doing painting is something that I really enjoy and I don't do it nearly enough, so maybe I should do some more painting videos. Practicing with gouache would be great because I think it took me a very long time to do the blush on the skin because I just could not get it to blend how I wanted because, again, I'm used to using watercolour, which, you know, you just make it a little bit wet and the colour blends out. But this is like, okay, I put a layer on. Oh no, it's changed the colour. The edge is all weird. It's separated. I've put too much water in and don't put too much water on the gouache, especially if you're not painting on like watercolour paper that can take the water. The cover of my sketchbook was not the place for this, so I gotta admit. I would have been better using the Copics that I suggested using at the start, but the paint was fun. I'm not great at blending out with gouache yet, okay? I wanted blushes and I ended up just making her look really patchy. Oops, I guess. Oops. But it was fun. It was a long time of back and forth and in and out and just redoing the same thing over and over again to try and get it to work. As you can probably tell by now when I'm going over those bits again. It was hard because I think it just kept slightly reactivating the paint underneath. So it was making it not quite separate, but it was lifting it. So I was trying to add like the blushies on the elbows to the bit that was already dry and it was just picking up the paint. So then it had like this weird sort of line of a border between the dry stuff and the wet stuff. And it was annoying and horrible and I didn't like it. But I got there in the end, but it was definitely not how I envisioned it. And I gotta say, this is really hard to do several months after the fact because I don't remember a whole lot of what I was thinking at the time. I just know I was frustrated. And here I am going in with the hair. So Sachiko has like raspberry red hair. So I tried to mix up the right colour. It's not quite right, but it's close enough, good enough for government work, as my mum would say. But again, because I'm painting over the background where there's already colour down, it was lifting and mixing and making a bit of a funny shade. So I think I did a few layers, or I just, dealt with it. I can't remember. And my lovely 2-year-old has just woken up, so I'm just gonna go make sure she... Okay, I'm back. Don't worry, she's fine. She just rolled off of the cushion thing. She was sleeping on the floor and she wanted to be back on the cushion but was too sleepy to pull herself back up onto the cushion, so I picked her up and put her onto the cushion and she's okay now, so we're good. As for the artwork, so I don't know if you can tell, but I used masking tape to create a border so that it would be nice and square on that background, and I cut out the shapes I knew I wanted, because I wanted this to break the border, to make it a bit more interesting to look at, I guess. And so I had to cut out the shapes for like her hair coming out and stuff, so it looks very randomly triangular on the top of her head, because that's the shape I cut and I was trying to stick to it. Whereas if I didn't have that tape there, I would just sort of be a bit more flowy and natural with it. So don't judge me for her random spiky stabs off the top of her head there. They're just meant to be like stray hairs sticking out of the edge of a ponytail, but they kind of just look like she's got little spiky Naruto hairs on the back of her head, which she doesn't. She has a messy ponytail. But alas, I do not cut masking tape well enough to make it look like a messy ponytail, I guess. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and guess that I've done the hair. Again, I did this so long ago, I don't really remember the order I did this in. Yes, I was trying to paint the little bit of bra that's peeking out of the edge of her outfit there. So the outfit she's wearing is like her 18th birthday outfit. So her friend takes her out clubbing and puts her in this outfit, and she's wearing like this really low cut sort of tank top that shows a little peeky boo of the edge of her bra. Oops, my bad. I didn't mean to touch the mic there, sorry. So if you're wondering why there's just some random like half circles of red there, that's what that is. It's just peeky boos. Peeky boobs. Ha. I'm funny. Okay, so gosh. I had to paint in the whites for her eyes because obviously this is toned paper. Oh, it's a grey sketchbook, so I had to paint in the white areas and hope that I didn't stain them when I coloured the areas around it. But yes, that's what I got. And am I painting that blue? That's weird. It's supposed to be black. Maybe I mixed like a dark blue back. You can tell that I have no idea what's going on, can't you? I'm watching this first time, same as you. I haven't seen this before. I've just seen the finished product every time I pick up my sketchbook. I don't remember the process. Oh my goodness. What is this mess? But yes. So I want to thank you guys for your feedback and stuff on my video last week. I had some really nice comments, and yeah, it's been a while since I've uploaded, so I wasn't really expecting much, but I got some really nice comments from people, and I'm really grateful, so thanks for that. And any of my followers or subscribers or friends who come and watch every video, I really appreciate it, so thank you. Like, it means a lot to me. Like, even if you don't subscribe or share or whatever, just coming and watching my video, giving me a little view, just makes me very happy on the inside, which is great. It's a nice break from the daily, like, housewife, mum of a toddler life that I've got going on, doing all this art and making videos for you guys, and having you actually give me some positive feedback and watch my videos. It makes me feel good after a long day of doing housework. Because don't we all just hate housework? I mean, eesh. Goodness me. thoughtful slurping. I have a coffee next to me because it's 20 to 11 at night and I'm trying to stay awake. I have 3 loads of laundry to put away and I still want to play PlayStation. So I need the coffee. What are you drinking? Let me know. Just comment below and tell me what your drink of choice is this evening. Or morning, or day. I mean, this is going to be scheduled to post in the morning for me, so it could be the evening for you if you're in the UK. Ruben and Batman. Yes, I have a friend named Batman. It's a long story, but yeah, his name's Batman. There is no questioning it. But that's not the point. The point is... Yes, all of you overseas peeps, you might be watching this in the morning, is the point that I was getting at, and you should have a coffee. Or a cup of calming Earl Grey tea. Whatever floats your boat. So, you couldn't really tell in the sketch, a rapid change of topic, by the way, you can really tell in the sketch, because it was so teeny tiny. But, I put some sakura cherry blossoms floating sort of through it. I was trying to give it motion. I don't think I did a very good job of it. Next time I will draw like lines of motion so I can follow those, because at the moment it just looks like a big scattering of petals. But it was supposed to look like it was giving it motion. So yeah, next time, lines of motion. Remember that, folks. Pro tip. Draw a light line so you can follow it to make the leaves or petals or whatever it is look like they're flowing in a direction instead of just someone dropped them on her head, which is what it looks like. But shh, they're moving. Oh, that's me just using my scalpel to cut some more of the masking tape away so I could add some more. I think I drew a flower there, but I forgot to cut it out, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just cutting it away so I can paint a flower. An entire flower. I think in my head I imagined more flowers and petals going through this piece, but I'm not very good at drawing flowers, I will admit. So I think I kind of panicked and just didn't want to do it, so I didn't. I'm afraid I am a bit of a coward when it comes to doing backgrounds and details like that. I really do need to work on it, and if you have any tips, let me know. And my gosh, I'm watching Say Yes to the Dress in the background. So this was a couple months before I got married, so I was like super on a wedding hype. I was also trying to do wedding planning at the time. So I was like, whilst I'm doing this, I'm gonna pretend like I'm studying for my wedding, even though I'd had my dress for like 12 months prior to this. I can still look at videos, okay? So that's what that is. Yeah, it's a bit distracting. Try not to look at it. Maybe I should blur it out. I don't know how to blur it out. We won't blur it out, but you can pretend that it is blurred out and don't look at it and just look at my art, which I am turning upside down. I think I'm shading stuff. Look at me go. I'm shading them flower petals. It's like some kind of professional or something, you know? Hey, I'm using that exact cup right now. It's a Hamilton cup. I got it in Sydney when I went to see Hamilton. Yep, I'm honestly, I have no idea what to talk about. This video was so long ago that, yeah, I have no memory of what I may have wanted to talk about at this time. I was trying to add detail to the eyes, and it was hard. I think, I painted the eyelashes. I think the rest of it I lined with a pen, but I'm fairly sure I wanted to paint the eyelashes because I wanted to give it a look like she'd actually put like liquid eyeliner on, which you know, you do with a paintbrush. Yeah, so I did that. I did that with a paintbrush so that it would look kind of liquid eyeliner-y. Now that black does look very blue. It's not that blue. It's really not. I don't know if it's my camera or sniff. I don't know if it's my camera or the lighting or what, but that black, or what is black, looks a lot bluer than it actually is. So that's weird. Oh, look at me doing some tiny little loose hair details like I'm some kind of smart, fancy, artistic person. And there's the top of my head. So yes, I totally did that. I remember doing that. Yep, I used a little fine brush and just added some flyaway hairs. And then I peeled away the tape, apparently. I haven't even done the lines yet. Using my scalpel to pull it up because it got way too stuck. I remember that there's actually torn bits on the front of my sketchbook from where the masking tape tore the paint. But it's always so satisfying watching that bit, isn't it? Maybe I should zoom that bit in. If I zoomed it in, it's post me saying this, because I was like, maybe I should zoom it in. If I forget to zoom it in and I haven't done that, I apologize. But I should have done that because it would look cool and you could be like, peel that tape, Kaci, peel it. Okay, so this pen, change of topic. No, this pen is a Posca pen. I thought I was using a different pen. I think it's because it was too thick. But the pen I was thinking that I was using is one that I got from a scroll box, and it's like a really nice, not quite black colour. But obviously I didn't use that, so I'm using a Posca pen in black. It has a thinner nib, which is probably why I used it, so I'd get all that good detail in. But it's a shame because that other one that I didn't use, that I thought I was going to use, is really nice. But I did attempt a different sort of line art style with this piece. I don't know if you watch Kaci Golden on YouTube, but if you do, you know that when she does line art with like pens and stuff, in fact, not even with pens and stuff, with anything, she does this thing where she sort of doesn't do like a whole line, she sort of breaks it up and adds like little dots and texture. And I was trying to do that with this piece, kind of just soften it out, make it look a little bit more, I don't know, gentle, with the pastel sort of coloury theme that I've gone with. It's not the best. I haven't really done that style of line art before, so maybe choosing to do it on a whim on the front of my sketchbook was not the best idea. But, you know, we live and we learn. It doesn't look bad, it just doesn't look good either. It's you know, I probably could have done better if I hadn't tried to do some fancy style of line art, but it doesn't look bad. It just is. It's there. It's the line art of this piece. But yeah. So this is the artwork, and this is my attempt at drawing a decent hand on the front of my sketchbook. It just kind of looks like she's got a little fat chicken arm, like meh. This is a chicken with meh. Because hands suck, and I didn't really draw the perspective so well, so it sort of looks a bit like a drumstick with chickeny fingers. But oh well, it's okay. I'll never be able to not see that now. But you know, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day or night or morning or wherever you are in the world. Please like, comment, subscribe if you have the time. If you just want to, that would be great. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But, you know, it would help me out if you did. Oh, my gosh. Can you tell I'm tired? I can tell I'm tired. That's not the point. The point is, thank you for watching. Have a great day, night, morning, evening, whatever your realm celebrates. Enjoy and be happy. And that is a very bright light. Oh, my gosh. That is my fish tank. I forgot I did this. Okay, so quick, just, you know, end of video. Yeah, I covered it with, oh my gosh, what is it called? Clear something. It's clear something. It's like, I can't remember what it's called. I keep wanting to say resin. It's not resin. It's just clear. To protect the paint, stop it from scratching off. But yeah, there you go. That's what I did. Enjoy. And I hope you like it. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.